Okay, so I went from struggling, suffering financially, struggling in any way, like emotionally, not being able to make friends, not even able to get into a relationship, to being a guy that I'm right now. I have literally 3 kids. And as a dad, having 3 kids, becoming like literally reaching my goal from struggling, barely surviving, don't know how to provide for my kids, to reaching 6 figures a month in an entirely new business like e-commerce. Like, who would ever know? Because if you see my YouTube channel, like even before YouTube, I made TikTok videos and I was a mindset coach. I already made money with mindset coaching. And the reason why I stopped, like literally mindset coaching, I stopped for over a year now. The reason why I stopped is because for me, it's something, it's my calling, it's my purpose. It's something that I don't want to be paid for or whatever, right? And the moment when I was doing it, it felt that I needed to get clients to survive. But at the same time, the things that I was sharing and helping these clients was what were very valuable. So that's the reason why I used literally the mindset things that helped me from struggling to becoming a mindset coach, because people, they underestimate it. It's a very hard business. It's also, you need to be vulnerable. You need to put yourself out there on social media. And someone like me who is very shy, very insecure, and all these things, coming out on social media, on TikTok, all these things, and coming from a culture or a background where that's literally going against so many cultural programming, right? And still I've done those things. So it took a lot of courage to overcome that and to literally show my face, people around me knowing what I'm doing. Like literally me exposing myself into a camera is not an easy thing to do for me. Don't know for other people, but for me it's a very hard thing to do. So basically in any business, I found the number one killer of success, the number one sabotager, the number one thing that will guarantee you to be in a life of struggle. And it doesn't matter what kind of life, like financial struggle, emotional struggle, is fear. So the thing that I'm guaranteeing you is that if you just watch this video till the end, you will be more courageous, less fearful, you will take more action, you will have more momentum, and you will get things going. Because you already know this, in order to become successful or achieve success in a particular area in your life, it's like a snowball effect. In the beginning, it's a very small snowball. You need to keep rolling and rolling and putting effort into the snowball. But the moment when it becomes huge, this snowball becomes huge, it rolls by itself. You have the momentum, and then like you literally go from this to explosion, right? So the number one thing that I banned in my life was fear. And there is this phrase, feared money doesn't make money, scared money doesn't make money. So overanalyzing, overthinking, being fearful is not like the reason why people have so hard to let go. The reason why I it's such a big of a deal to let go of fear is because it's an illusion. Because fear is in a way, it's programmed in us from society, fear-based thinking. The biggest thing that most human beings value is literally certainty. And certainty, you pay a huge price for that. Because first of all, certainty is also an illusion. It doesn't exist. Because who knows if you're gonna live tomorrow? Like literally in the next 5 minutes, we don't realize this, but nobody knows what's gonna happen in 5 minutes. And it's the same with a soccer game. Like you just don't know what will happen. And that's what makes life a bit hard, because it's literally, life is the most unpredictable thing ever, right? Of course, you have patterns, and the moment when you understand how patterns work, there is a high probability that it will happen again, right? But that's another thing. So the number one thing that will get you out of laziness, analysis paralysis, is literally removing fear out of your life and don't have it a hold on you. You don't need to do this by force. This also doesn't work. Maybe it works for a short amount of time, but the thing that helped me is literally faith, believing in the unseen, right? So let me give you an example. Let's say I tell you like, hey, start the business. If you just take the action steps, within a year, you will be thriving, right? And it doesn't matter what kind of business. And this is just an example, right? The problem is that you need to invest, let's say, 5K for coaching, 10K for, this is something that when I started e-commerce, I invested in a coach. I paid around 11K. I don't know if you know the guy, Sam Maloney. He just got released out of prison. And I paid literally 11K for his coaching. And you also need around 5 to 10K to invest in e-commerce. So basically you need a lot of money, but if you buy the coaching, if you follow the steps, the strategy and all these things, eventually you will reach your goals and you will make that amount on a monthly basis, right? But what also can happen is that you fail miserably. So I think that most people, they overvalue the past. This happened in the past, that failed in the past, that failed in the past. And the past is not based on truth, because it doesn't mean that you failed in the past, or it doesn't even matter what happened in the past. That doesn't mean that it will happen again, right? And it's maybe true that in the past you may failed like multiple of times, but nobody knows if you will succeed or fail with this new thing, if you understand what I'm saying. So if you believe in the things that you can't see, then you always won. You always won. Because life is an experience, and it's not about, people think that, oh, it's out there that will give me an experience from within, right? So if I take this scary thing, like let's say I take this scary, like let's say, for example, as me, when I started my first YouTube channel and I was posting videos, for me, it was the most scariest thing ever in the world. Like, oh, what will all these people think of me, right? But the thing that got me posting is, what if I succeed? Like, let's say all these people laugh at me, all these people, the worst case scenario in my mind, like people will laugh at me and stuff like that. It's like it goes against the culture. Let's say I succeed and I make huge amounts of money, right? With the channel or with my business, then I can live a free life and I can literally live wherever I want to live. So that's a scenario, right? But who says that will happen, right? So people don't want to bet on that. People don't want to take the risk. That's basically it. But let's say you believe that blindly, right? Even though you fail miserably and the worst case scenario happens, it's not that bad, right? But people, they try to avoid this worst case scenario so bad, so the fear literally cripples them. And if you just simply could believe in the unseen, what does this mean? Like, believing in the unseen is, let's say it will work out. Let's say you become successful, you have a successful YouTube channel and you live your dream life, right? Because that's the only reason why you want to start the YouTube channel. Maybe you want to impact lives, maybe you want to do something meaningful, purposeful, but that's the thing that's holding you back, right? What other people think, as an example. But if you just believed in the stuff that you can't see, even if it doesn't come into fruition, the thing that you believe in, you always won. That's the most beautiful thing, because life is a journey, right? Life is about new experiences, experiencing new things, adventure, growing. And this is literally how you grow. To put yourself in a risky situation, in a scary situation. But the number one thing that will erase all these scary things is believing in you succeeding. Believing that you will get there and believing in the positive outcome. The problem is why people don't believe in the positive outcome, because it's easier to fail than to succeed. It's easier, like, to win is extremely hard. Why? We've been programmed that way. We've been programmed that winning is hard, right? From the day that we were born, the matrix, basically, society, teachers, everything, like even your parents have programmed us to play it safe. Because playing it safe, that's the price that you pay. Like, the price of certainty is extremely expensive. That's why, this is the reason why people, they can't get outside of the comfort zone. This is the reason why people work 9-to-5 jobs. That's the reason why people do things that they don't want to do, and they're forced in doing things that they don't want to do. That's the reason why most people are miserable, is because they choose certainty over purpose. And that's the biggest thing. So if you can just choose purpose over anything else, how would your life look like? You will be so much happier. That's a guarantee that I can give you. But you need to keep going. And pain is literally the thing that makes me grow, is pain. So if I change my relationship with pain, most people, their relationship with pain is avoid it at all costs. Avoid confrontation, avoid anything, right? Right now I'm in Spain, as an example. And this is the last example I will give you. I met this guy yesterday. He booked something next to me, like next to my apartment. And this guy, he's very awkward socially, not to insult him or anything, but you can see that this guy, he's very awkward. And the vibe that he's giving you is that this guy is looking at you and he's walking strangely and he's really awkward. So extremely awkward. Sorry to say it multiple times, but so you understand what I'm trying to talk about. This guy told me literally, it's been 20 years ago that he went to travel. And the reason why he didn't travel is because he has in his mind is traveling is the expensive, right? So this guy literally paid around 5-6K for 1 week for just a simple trip, and he didn't do anything spectacular or anything special. Only the plane tickets was around 2.5K, right? But the reason why he paid so much for this literally trip, it's not even worth the 5-6K that he paid. He paid even more, right? But what I'm trying to say is the reason why he paid so much is he doesn't have experience. And for 20 years, he didn't went on a trip, so he don't know that it's better to rent a car. It's better to come to Spain with the car. You save so much more money than taking you and your whole family, booking plane tickets to go and to come back, using taxi drivers every day, multiple times a day, is much more expensive than just taking the car and going to Spain. And this is just an example. And this guy gets screwed from left to right because for 20 years, he didn't leave his house. First of all, it's a very miserable life. Second of all, this guy, it seems like he's in paradise or something. He's not used to these newer environments. And I'm not judging him or talking down on him. I'm just saying that the downsides of staying in the comfort zone. And at the end of the day, we only live once, right? You will have regrets. And regret is the biggest pain that you can feel. And for me, overthinking, overanalyzing fear has conquered the majority of my life. And right now, I don't make decisions based out of fear. And let me leave this video, let me give this piece of value. Never in your life, if there's one thing that you took away from this video, is never in your life make decisions based on fear. And if you're put in a fearful situation where you want to play it safe or want to make a decision based on fear, wait it out. Don't make the decision. Wait on another time when you're relaxed, when you calm down. And the number one thing that helped me is literally faith. Faith is the antidote and the cure for overanalyzing, overthinking fear. And the biggest cure for me, faith in a higher power. That's my biggest cure. For everything, it's something else. For someone, it's trusting on the universe or whatever. I believe that there's one God. And it doesn't matter what I believe, but these, literally having faith and believing in God as being the giver and He solving the external. Like me driving in the car towards Spain, being afraid that my car will break down and what will I do if my car breaks down. But me trusting in this higher power, in God, that He will take care of everything. And even if my car breaks down, God already knew that from before, and He will guide me through it, and He will find a solution. The solution will already be there. That's my point. The solution will already be there, and I will figure it out. Things will end up good. Things will work out. And this is literally the cure and the antidote. Having faith in higher power, asking God for strength, for courage, for power. And there is zero judgment for people that are afraid, and also baby step things. Every day, and this is an action step that I can also give you, and this is very valuable, is try to do at least one fearful thing a day. At least, like a cold shower, making a video, doing something uncomfortable. Do one thing uncomfortable on a daily basis and try to seek things that are uncomfortable, like going to the gym. Try to take weights that you never did before. Try to run like you never run before. Try to do something that you never did before. Try new things out and try to seek the uncomfortable. But don't be a freak. Don't obsess over it. Don't exaggerate, and take it one step at a time. Baby step it. Take your time and enjoy the process. Try to enjoy the pain. Try to enjoy the getting outside of the comfort zone. And you can be proud of yourself whenever you take the courage, and people respect that in general. I'm telling you, like, if you are courageous, people will respect you a lot. And to be honest, everything that I have done in my life that was taking a risk, there is not even a single risk in my entire life that I regret. The only things that, if I look back right now, and if I would regret things right now, I've already accepted all the things that happened in the past, and I don't regret things. But if I would regret things right now, it will be the decisions that I made out of fear and desperation. Like all the decisions that I've made out of fear, those decisions I regret the most. Never the decisions that I made with faith. I never regretted those. So I hope this video gave you some kind of aspiration, inspiration, and I hope this literally give you value, and let me know what you think in the comments, because I love to read the comments and literally help people on the spot. Like if you have a comment right now and if I can help you, I will just respond and help you. And like most people, they're more helpful than you think. Like most people, they respect someone who puts himself out there, who's more vulnerable than the tough guy, if you understand what I'm saying. So have a great day, enjoy your life, and take the risk. You will not regret it. That's one thing I promise you.